This is the AEW Dynamite April 30th, 2025 full show results video which takes place at Chartway Arena in Norfolk, Virginia. The show started with an all-star 8-man tag team match between Kenny Omega, Speedball Mike Bailey, Kevin Knight, and Mark Briscoe vs Okada, the Young Bucks, and Ricochet. The result of this match was Okada, the Young Bucks, and Ricochet won the match by pinfall when Okada hit Mark Briscoe with the Rainmaker to score the pinfall victory for his team. Backstage, the Hurt Syndicate beat up some enhancement talents. MVP and Shelton Benjamin make another pitch to Bobby Lashley to let MJF and the Hurt Syndicate. MVP says MJF will be beneficial to them, and if he screws them over they will hurt him more than he's ever been hurt before, and Lashley seemed down with that idea. The next match happened between AEW Trios champions The Ops vs Nick Comoroto, Red Titus, and Miles Hawkins, and the result of this match was AEW Trios champions The Ops won the match by pinfall when Powerhouse Hobbs hit Miles Hawkins with a spinebuster to score the pinfall victory for his team. After the match, the Death Riders attack The Ops. Samoa Joe takes care of Jon Moxley at ringside, but it allows Claudio Castagnoli to hit the neutralizer on the chair on Katsuyori Shibata like he did to Hook several weeks ago. Samoa Joe gets on the microphone and says Moxley wants to come out there and act like a boss, but when they start to throw hands he acts like a little bitch. Joe says Moxley begged for him, and all he's trying to do is give him what he wants. Joe says if he's going to face Moxley for the AEW World Championship, it will take place inside a steel cage. Renee Paquette has a sit-down interview backstage with TBS champion Mercedes. It's basically a hype segment for Mercedes' match with Jamie Hayter at Double or Nothing in the finals of the Owen Hart Cup tournament. Mercedes mocks Hayter's Scooby-Doo style and says a champion can't look like a cartoon character. The Patriarchy is backstage with Renee Paquette and they are interrupted by Jay Lethal, who challenges Nick Wayne for a shot at the Ring of Honor television title. Wayne tries to make excuses, but Christian Cage accepts the match for him. Cage tells Wayne that if he wants to be a champion to get his head in the game. Then we saw AEW Women's World Championship Eliminator match between Timeless Toni Storm vs Miyu Yamashita. The match starts off with both women locking up, then Miyu puts Storm in a side headlock, but Storm fights out of it and wrenches the arm of Miyu. We see Miyu dodges a hip attack on the ring post and hits some hard strikes on the backside of Storm. Luther then tries to intervene, but is shoved away, then Miyu sends Storm out to the floor at ringside. The result of this match was Timeless Toni Storm defeated Miyu Yamashita by pinfall with a Storm Zero. After the match, Mercedes Moan comes out on the stage and Mercedes says after she beats Jamie Hayter at Double or Nothing, she's coming for what she deserves, the AEW Women's World Championship. This brings out Hayter, who attacks Mercedes, and the TBS champion runs away. We then head to the back, where Don Callis brags about Brody King and Will Ospreay being beaten by Takeshita and Alexander last week. Cole says Kyle Fletcher will continue their streak and Kyle Fletcher will defeat Hangman Page. Fletcher then says he could go on to defeat Will Ospreay again and then become the AEW World Champion at All, and then everyone will be forced to put respect on his name. The Hurt Syndicate make their way down to the ring and MVP starts off by mentioning the thumbs up thumbs down thing again regarding the potential addition of a fourth member to the Hurt Syndicate. MVP then asks the fans to help him in welcoming MJF, and MJF makes his way down to the ring. MJF complimented Benjamin and calls MVP one of his oldest friends in wrestling. MJF then addresses Bob and gives him a stern look and then rushes to the vote. MVP and Shelton Benjamin give their thumbs up, but Lashley still gives his thumbs down. MJF says he's sick of Lashley, then asks him what exactly he wants as he becomes increasingly irritated. Lashley then grabs MJF by his ears and reminds him that the Hurt Syndicate hurts people. He then says if MJF wants to impress him, then he needs to hurt someone. The Hurt Syndicate leaves and MVP tells MJF he runs his mouth too much. The next match happened between Nick Wayne vs Jay Lethal for the Ring of Honor World Television Championship, and the result of this match was Nick Wayne defeated Jay Lethal by pinfall with a Fisherman Buster to retain the title. After the match, Christian Cage grabs the ROH World Television Championship belt and places it around Wayne's waist, then slowly applauds him along with Kip Sabian. Excalibur then confirms that Jon Moxley vs Samoa Joe will take place in a steel cage match, and we get a video package for Double or Nothing on May 25th. In the main event of the show, we saw a men's Owen Hart Cup tournament semifinals match between Kyle Fletcher vs Hangman Page, and the result of this match was Hangman Page defeated Kyle Fletcher by pinfall when Hangman Page hit Kyle Fletcher with a buckshot lariat to score the pinfall victory. Now, Hangman Page vs Will Ospreay set for the AEW Double or Nothing for the finals, and the show goes off the air. how much you would rate this week's AEW Dynamite show. Tell me in the comments. Do not forget to subscribe the channel for regular updates, and thanks for watching.